Well, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish, and the Bourne Braves were able to do that over the Cotuit Cavaliers today with the final score of 3-2. Episode 37 of Tomahawk Talk. Kyle Kirchhoff over there, Michael Stern, and Brendon Little once again. Boy, is he the popular one today, but for good reason. Last time we talked to you, Brendon, was after the All-Star game, but today you come out of the closing role, you pitch an inning and 2/3, able to strike out the last two batters. How have you been able to balance when you've been all over the place, normally coming out of relief, but this time in the closer position?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point of the season, we're just here to win the last couple games, get in a good position for playoffs. So I was happy to take whatever role I can get. This just happened to be closing, but it's been fun, you know?
Yeah. Brendon, is that closer role something you'd be comfortable sitting in for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take whatever role I can get, you know? But yeah, closing's fun, definitely. Be able to close out the game, shake hands on the field, it's a good time, yeah.
An all-star season for you, but it got off to a little bit of a rocky start. You'd agree, right here at Lowell Park. You've come all the way back now,
I know.
30 games later. What's the biggest thing that's changed for you, and is it a big deal for you to get over the hurdle and pitch a nice, strong inning here after all the work you've put in?
Yeah, that's actually funny you said that, because when I came up to the field today, you know, that was definitely in the back of my mind. I even mentioned that to a couple teammates. But yeah, no, it definitely is. The first outing, I was definitely a lot more nervous. But since then, you know, I've gotten a couple outings, been able to really settle into more of a rotation, more of a role, be able to, you know, get on a schedule. So it's been great. Yeah, definitely a lot more confident now.
Well, the first start was rough for Brendon Little the first time he was here, but he seals the deal today with the 3-2 win. Bourne Braves, they win their third straight. A lot of thanks to this man right here, and we'll be right back on Tomahawk Talk.
This is Joey Lothrop, Baseball Ops. You're watching Tomahawk Talk.
So we already gave you the final score. It was 3-2, but for most of the game, it looked like the Bourne Braves were going to lose. They were down 2-0 going into the top of the 8th inning, and then they score 3 runs, take the lead, and then obviously Brendon Little closed it out. Perfect time for players of the game. Kyle, let's go to you first.
Well, first off, I want to give a little bit of an awkward tip of the cap to Tony DeBrell tonight. He went 4 2/3, only gave up 1 earned run, but walked 5, and it's really challenging to pitch with a lot of traffic on the base pass, but he was able to limit the damage tonight to only 1 earned run. That kept the Braves in throughout the rest of the game. But my player of the game is going to be Brendon Little, coming out of that closer role, something we'd seen Andrew Wantz do for the better part of the season. Wantz was dominant, and Little was just as dominant as Wantz has been tonight. If we can get that kind of performance, and we can see that performance from Brendon Little every night, I think that's going to go a long way towards building his confidence and being a back end of the bullpen kind of guy. We've really seen him kind of in that 7th, 8th inning, maybe even as soon as the 6th inning at times. But once he comes in that 9th inning, when you have a live arm like that, that's got a fantastic curveball. We saw that tonight as well. That is what a weapon to have in that 9th inning where you know you can really have a great chance to secure a W. So Brendon Little gets my player of the game tonight. I'll be interested to see if he maintains that closer role throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah, it was an interesting game for Bourne Braves pitching today because it was DeBrell who threw, 5 walks, and then Cabezas, he gave up 3 walks, but the Bourne Braves able to get 5 strikeouts, most of them coming at the end of the inning, and then they pick up the win. Michael, let's go to you.
Well, you took the name right out of my mouth there, Troy. Andrew Cabezas. He had the slider working tonight. A lot less fastballs than we've seen from him in the past, but he was good. 2 1/3 innings. Really picked up a bullpen that's gotten a lot of run lately, and he got 7 big outs for the Braves and got the win. And a tip of the cap to Danny Reyes. First 4 hits of the season for him. Extra base hits tonight. All the Braves needed was a runner on base. He came up, lined a single up the middle, got the rally going in the 8th. A couple of buddies from back in Miami, Cabezas and Reyes, both did well for the Braves tonight.
Well, I guess I'll have to go with Connor Wong tonight. He was 2 for 4, and then he had that RBI ground out, which was in the 8th inning, which eventually tied the ball game. But it was interesting because in the top of the 8th inning, I guess my honorable mentions would have to be John Jones with that RBI bases loaded walk, and then David McKinnon to get that sacrifice fly to eventually give the Bourne Braves the lead. So Connor Wong, John Jones, and David McKinnon, you'll be my players of the game. I'm bending the rules, Kyle. I don't really care. 3-2 the final score here at Lowell Park. The Bourne Braves still undefeated against the Cotuit Cavaliers, and they only need 1 more win to clinch a playoff spot. For Kyle Kirchhoff, Michael Stern, I'm Troy Lynch. Tomorrow night we'll see the other Kennesaw State Owl, A.J. Moore, on the mound against the Brewster Whitecaps.